Hey, you guys. I'm just on here trying to do an update as to what's going on with me in those 3 days of the embryo transfer that I did. Um, Today is the 1st of May, and so that leads me to 3 days after the embryo transfer. So many things have been going on, but I'm trying not to stress. I let God just take over this whole situation. But yesterday I meant to go ahead and go on here and try to update, but for some reason it wasn't successful. And so I said, forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and just do it today. So no worries on that. So today I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I wanted to mention. If there were any, well, my accident, number one. Number two is as far as my symptoms, if there are any. And number three is the embryo grading. Okay? And then when is my pregnancy test going to be? So those are the four things that I wanted to mention. First off is it was unexpected, and it solely happened on the day that I had my embryo transfer. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So we got into an accident, and I'm fine. My husband is fine, thank God. And of course, I have no bleeding or anything like that, so everything's still okay inside of me. We're just going through a lot of insurance phases right now with the accident and everything else like that, so I'm taking care of that on that side. Symptoms. I've been resting from 24 to 36 hours because that's recommended from the time the embryo transfer was done. So I've been resting for 24 to 36 hours, which was last night at 8 o'clock p.m., which reached to 36 hours. I finally took a shower because they didn't want me to bathe. And I felt so, you get to feeling so awkward when you don't take a shower for like 2 days, but it was mandatory. I could not take a shower or anything like that. But the symptoms that I get right now, and they explained to me that if you get any of these symptoms like menstrual cramps, spotting, or headaches or breast tenderness, those are totally normal. So I've been getting cramps. I've been getting headaches. Well, today I have a headache, but it's not always all the time. But of course, I've been taking my progesterone oils and my estrus always, and my prenatal vitamins. And so I've been feeling like bloated, as I stated, headaches, what else? Menstrual cramp like, what else? Things that occurs when you're actually having menstrual syndromes, because those things happen before I get my cycle. So these things are happening to me. And then I want to talk about embryo. A couple of people mentioned on here that what was the actual embryo grade. When I talked to my doctor, I asked him how many can you transfer, and he says I can transfer from 2 to 3. And I says, okay, what are the grades? What are the quality? And he says you have 5 quality good grades on 5. Well, no, 3. And then the other 2 are grade 2. And so the 3 that was transferred were considered grade 1. The ones that I posted on here before this video, so they were considered grade 1. And the 2 that I froze on my behalf is grade 2. So he most likely focused on the good quality, okay, embryos the ones that will actually stick, the good quality ones. And so he also stated that they were so good to the point that that actually can have like a 60% pregnancy rate. But he said, mind you, I could have triplets, because he stated that that would be actually considerable too as well. So that's what, he stated. And I'm just not keeping my, I'm keeping my hope, not keeping my hopes up. I am very patient. I'm a very patient person. Was before I wasn't really patient, but when you grow and you grow in within God, you let the Holy Spirit just come in, and you just don't even think about anything else. You just let Him take over everything else that comes along with it. You did your job. Now it's up to Him to really focus on whether or not, if this pregnancy is going to make it or not. So I'm not going to stress myself out right now. What I'm doing is, not doing anything physical, because I'm limited to doing that. I am just basically listening to music, just calming, soothing music, looking at TV, reading a book, things like that, to keep me, occupied. That's about it. And as far as my pregnancy test, they want to do a blood test in 10 days, which is considered May 9th. And they want to see if the levels are actually going up. So I guess if it's less than 100, there could still be a possibility. So they want to do another one, which is in about 2 days after that, to see if your levels go up a little bit more than 100, or they double up. So those are what was said to me. And so yeah, so basically I'm just trying to chill out, eat, act like I'm not pregnant, which probably I'll be surprised if I am. And I'm just taking things day by day. I don't drive myself crazy. I do not dare to drive myself crazy. I mean, it's just not me. And I know the Holy Spirit is always with me. I'm a religious person. So, I just think that if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I take things for what they really are. And if it's meant to be that I'm going to be a mom, then I don't take that for granted at all. I just think if it's your time, it's your time. And I'm not going to sit here and say, and lie to anybody and say, oh, yeah, I don't stress. But yeah, it's normal. But I don't want to get myself all crazy to looking at internet sites saying, oh, if I'm going through this, is this what it is? Or, just driving yourself crazy up thinking, walls. So, as for now, I just want to let you guys know that on my update, and I know this video has been reached to the max already, and so, I just wanted to congratulate everybody for their BFPs. Anybody that's going through IVF for the very first time, I think it's Retha, but Retha, yeah. Congratulations, you make the bestest step. I mean, the first step to the journey. And I'll stick with all my friends on here. If you guys need any if you guys need any advice, anything, I'll be here. So, that's why we're here. So, sticky babies to everyone. And I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for being there for me. Until then, bye-bye.